Hello all, this is Zimnala coming at you with another adventure in Terraria. It's been a few days for me, and we're gonna get on in there and try out a few things. We've been out there exploring. Is this the right world? Let me see. What have we done here? No, this is my other world. Huh? Okay. Fair enough. Like I said, it's been a few days, so we had an expert world, then we had a master world. That is correct. So yeah, we were working on expanding this out a little bit, so we'll probably continue on that. But I'm not gonna go too far into it because we don't even have enough seeds to really do this. But you know, I'm still proud of what we've already done. So there's a number of things that I am going to be working on. Yeah, one of which is I am gonna move our Fisher dude out there. I just had to see who was out there. I guess there were other ways I could have done it, but that was the one I chose. Alright, that's a zoologist. I don't know the names of all of the newer NPCs off the top of the rip. Let's get the zoologist out here. Alright, let's get out there and let's... Oh, well, that'll do that. Alright, then we'll do something. Looks like we're going on a journey. Forgot about that. But yeah. There are some things we're gonna do. Like, I'm gonna start isolating parts of my world so that when we reach hard mode, we won't have as much trouble cleansing stuff that we need to. Because I don't want to lose my biomes for fishing. So we're gonna make sure that we're gonna make sure our housing is largely isolated too. Like, I don't want to get it all corrupted on us. Why are you still here? I guess it doesn't matter if he's still here. Okay, and I believe that we had a little fishing spots set up, but we're gonna go explore and find it. Yep, it's right over there. Okay. There we go. That was quick. Let's get that fishing all sorted early. Yeah, another one of those fangs, huh? Well, that's right, we did go on a journey and sort that out, didn't we? Well, what else is in here? Huh. Neat. It's been sufficiently long enough that I've kind of forgotten where I put some of my stuff. I do remember that we were basically farming up rainbow stuff down here so that, you know, we could help it spread a little more. I do like to watch it spread, you know, that is cool. Yeah, I did do that. Alright, so now that we've undone that, let's start considering isolation tactics. So like one of the things is that this right here, this whole area is gonna get absolutely spready real quick, so I want to isolate that out for sure. Otherwise we'll have that as a problem like almost immediately. You know? So we're gonna need an absolute butt ton of this. So that'll get us started. This may not be the most exciting thing, but you know. Like one of the things that happened recently is I was helping my friend sort out a problem in their world, and they had basically had set up a multiplayer server, right? And one of the things that they did was they left it open for everyone to connect to, right? So I think, as you know how that works, is that your world does not survive in hard mode very long if that's your strategy. So this seems about as good as a transition point as it can be. Yeah, I am just gonna work, you know. You guys could be bouncing if you like, but you know. Doesn't mean I have to help you with the bouncing. But I'm gonna try to like build a entire like isolation thing around this patch of corruption is one of my first goals. So I don't need to save everywhere in the world, just like the places where I've built things. But you know, I don't mind there being a nice corruption biome. I don't need to give it the whole world. I know it'll also come at me from underground, but there's steps you can take for that too. But yeah, a little planning now can make us a lot better, because this is I don't know exactly how difficult of a time I'm gonna have in master mode's hard mode, but you know. Well, I don't mind like looting worlds and leaving them to die. I don't like anywhere that I set up a base to be like that. I know it doesn't have to be quite this big, but you know, I like to be a little safer than, you know. And I won't do this all at once, but this is going to be an ongoing project. I don't think we'll die before the worm kills himself. I think it won't matter. That's why I didn't do anything to stop him. Yeah, I'm not gonna do this for too long. Like, once it gets to be nighttime, I will probably head home to sort things out. But I am gonna spend most of this day sorting this out. There's a couple other places I'm gonna isolate, like the beach over there, so that I'll have a place to have my fishermen that's safe. I'm gonna also isolate the desert oasis kind of area. Honestly, because sand is a little bit more annoying of a place to save than most other biomes. And the main reason why I do it this way is because it takes significantly less time than having to fix it later. Like I said, I spent like the better part of like 5 hours helping my friend get NPCs back in his world because he got it like 70% corrupted. It's crazy. And the only reason I was willing to do it is because it was a world that we had worked on together, you know? But they thought it would be fun to go into hard mode without anyone with experience with it, so they did. And they're like, wait, what do you mean sunflowers don't work anymore? Oh baby, it was a good time. But it was a lot of work to save that world. Because I wasn't trying to bring in like any endgame stuff. Because like I've played this game to completion and I do have other characters that have done it. But you know. Like I use a separate character for playing with them than I do for anything else. It just seems respectful, you know? It's what they wanted. I mean, there's other materials you can do that make it look better, but like this is one of the most readily and easily like manufactured non-corruptible blocks. And I guess you could also probably use just wood, but I think this looks better. And it's not significantly harder to get. I'd actually rather save wood for other purposes anyway. You get a lot of stone from mining anyway. But yeah, I showed them all how to set up trenches and set up barriers and blockade areas, and even how to cleanse areas that had been corrupted effectively. They had a whole desert that was right by their house, and the deserts are actually pretty annoying to get uncleansed in a few ways, but in other ways at least they're easy to fill back up. But yeah, this area over here is going to make it a little simpler to blockade, as I'll integrate this natural cavern for this. Alright, now to what do you mean? I guess I didn't actually secure it. That's my bad. Okay, so where do I want to secure it up to? Well, this is probably fine. I can get rid of these ugly things and, you know. And you're all like, it's open, it's safe. It's like, yes, 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 but you know, I don't need to deal with being shot at constantly, you know? What are you talking about? I did not throw you. Oh wait, you can just do that? Alright. Just give me all the wire. Alright, I'll take it. I didn't realize it was that easy. Bam, a wire gone. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna dig the whole tunnel, but I am making up the shape of how it's going to be, you know? You know, that actually lined up more perfectly than I expected. That's right, I consolidated it with F2, alright. Alright. Actually, I'd made the gizmo and put it in there. Look at that. So we got the first stages of it already all sorted. Nice. But yeah, eventually this will go all the way around it. But we're not actually anywhere close to actually getting into hard mode. I still have several biomes I have not actually properly tackled. We haven't even fought the bee friends, you know? Look at that. See it? It harvests itself, kind of. Ah, but it's destroying it too. I see. That is a mild problem, but you know? Might mean I need to reconsider it. That's how I used to construct my Fire Blossom one, but my friend was showing me that there's actually, you don't need to do that. It's a little different than it used to be. So I'm probably going to redesign that a bit. Alright, where is my water buckets? Now I ended up being a little bit more organized than I seem to remember. But doesn't mean I know where everything is after I've been off for a few days. Alright, buckets, where did I put you? Did I only have the one bucket? That's crazy. Alright, well. So, we're gonna need a lava storage. Because we will have usage for lava in the future. Where do I want to put lava? Well, technically I could just put it over here for now, because we don't have anything in here right now. So I'm gonna resolve this, and then we can go back to what we were doing. Which is namely fishing, and then continuing that up. Yeah, you used to have to submerge your fire blossom to get it to bloom, but now I guess it's tied to time of day, which does make it more reasonable to gather, I'll tell you that, but... Now this probably isn't going to break them anymore, so this is probably already fine. So I might keep it for aesthetics, to be honest, because like we can't be hurt by our own lava, so you know what? I'll take it like this. We'll see. If it's still breaking them, then we'll reconsider. But I kind of don't dislike the aesthetic of it. Now, did we get Moonglow? Because I didn't plant it, that's for sure. Yeah, we'd have to go there at night, huh? Okay. Understood. What, you didn't want to stack in there? That's funny. Okay, so yeah, we moved our fishermen to over here. Let's see what's going on up here. Surface, huh? You know, this might actually work for this as well. Do you think you can actually hurt me? Get out of here. No, actually I don't know why I went back that way. It was right here. Muscle memory, I guess. Okay. One of these had my edibles in it. Let's see where that one was. Bam, bam, it was you. Okay, get in the pile. Okay. Yeah, I'm taking extra precaution with this because this is so close to our base. We don't need to lose it. Ah, jeez. Where does this go? Okay, yeah, that's just a good training point. Get out of here. See, there we go. That's now isolated. Now we go down. We don't have to go down forever, we just have to go down deep enough that this won't be a problem. I'm not too worried about what these Turks are doing. They're not gonna really be a problem for us in the end. And I will find a way to drain the water. It won't be a real problem either. Yeah, get shit on, guys. Alright, so we're just gonna go down into this little pile. We're gonna start draining it. Alright. Any handy places to drain it? Well, I guess that would work. We don't plan on going quite there, so it's fine. Alright, where do we want to start cutting across? That's what it really comes down to, is you do have to figure out where you want to build across from. I'd rather not have to do it multiple times. So if I just go right across from like right around here. Just to make sure that's deep enough, right? Okay. So like we still have to go a little deeper with our water puddle, but we now have an idea of how deep we need to go. Did we make an accidental slime factory? The world's most inefficient slime farm. Alright. Okay, let's return home. See if anything is worth noting here. Huh. Very inconsistent amount of seeds, huh? Oh. Alright, what you got for me today? Okay, surface forest. Isn't that just over here? Now, why would you do that? Why would you make it like that? That didn't make any sense to me, game. You like, change the levels on me for no reason. Oh, well, I actually didn't mean to kill you, but you know... That was the reason why they're called dead ducks. Well, that's the progress that we made so far. I mean, honestly, the outline is more difficult to get than the actual tunnel built. Oh. Okay, where are you? You're on top of it. Why would you do that? Huh. That's pretty expensive, my guy. We'll look at it. Oh, okay, you're a birdie. You are a birdie. That's cute. Well, we'll play with it. We spend money on it, we'll play with it. Little baby harpy. Flying around. Doing its harpy things. Alright, what's going on below us? Anything worth noting? No? Okay, we'll still dig a tunnel for it. I mean, I don't have a burning desire to get over here, but you know, I will drain this a bit. Not quite enough, but you know, it's a start. No, well, there's always something deeper. No, you know what I realized is we're gonna run out of these bricks pretty soon. That's okay, because I can just get the shape of what I want done, and then I'll just do the rest of it on a separate run. Because the vast majority of what this is going to be just a ton of digging. Alright, so we're going to a little bit below that level. Hello, friend. What are you trying to tell me this time? Like, I've never really been able to figure out what these guys' deal is most of the time, because usually they seem to want to point to treasure, but they don't seem to always point to treasure, you know? The journey begins. What's nice about this design is that if I can reach it, it's where I want to break, you know? So it makes it really simple to just do 6 blocks. I know you only need 5, but... Like, I won't go across the entire tunnel, but you know? 'Cause I don't have enough bricks for it, but how far are we making it? Now, we will do a follow-up journey where we just like break it out, but we're gonna get about as far as we can get to in the rest of this day. And then we're gonna call it a stream for a bit. Just for a break, you know? But I wanted to make some progress in on this. Get out of here. Nope, well that happened. Alright, let's see if there's somewhere good to dig to underneath this. Kind of. It's not direct, but it will get us there. Is it ideal? But it works. I'm pretty sure this side just drained into that hole, right? Now, where did you go, actually, then? I actually don't know where it went. Well, whatever. Oh, did I leave you open? Convenient. Okay, well, fair enough. I'll accept it. Providence sometimes just helps out, you know? That's kind of a pain in the ass. Well, you know what? We're gonna have to drain this out too. I guess I'm glad that that was the right length. Alright. Are you done? Yeah, now we can do the top part. Well, I guess we got that. Who was shooting at me? Excuse me? Did that slime just shoot at me? Did it have a dart trap in it? Is that what it had in it? Was it a dart trap slime? That's a thing in this game? So that's crazy. Yeah, so we got about a little bit under halfway across. I'd say that that's good progress. What are you doing? Well, we gotta go back anyway. Okay. So we can get rejiggered. Let's put that nonsense away. What's going on down here? Anything good? Yeah, we'll figure out when those things bloom. To be fair, I'm always out and about till dawn for fishing purposes, but you know, maybe that's a different time of day. We'll start looking at it. Alright, we want to craft more. Oh, okay. That's cute. Yeah, we still have so much stone, so it's perfectly fine. So one thing we can do is we can go down and look to see if there's any chance of getting more rainbow moss, because I'm actually going to transplant it in those corridors, because I think it will look really cool if I at least give some color to it. It'll also give it light, But that will be the last thing that I do for at least this little bit. So let's see. Yeah. There we go. Any more? Well, one piece is technically all I need, but you know. I was hoping for a little more, but you know, this will grow as it does, and we will have more opportunities. Okay. Well, thank y'all for watching. I am gonna take a short break, and then I'll be back with you in a little bit. Y'all take care.